Hello and good morning, YouTube. I hope you all are enjoying your Wednesday. And we're in the middle of the week, hump day. All right, so I'm going to get off into this. I'm not going to hold you guys too long. I'm just going to get to the news story. And yeah, we're going to do that. And I'll probably come back and read the comments and everything later if anyone comments. But first, I just want to, first of all, say sorry to Nautica Malone family. I wish them the best in their healing journey because they did lose a family member. He actually was married, and I believe he had a few children as well. So, 27-year-old Nautica Malone, he went through a drive-through at a place called Bikini Bean, and it's like a drive-through where the ladies who work there they dress similar to the ladies who are employed at I would say like Hooters or something like that, or if you're familiar with a Twin Peaks brand, it's when the ladies they dress sexy and they serve the food and whatnot. So he ended up going through. Oh, shout out to Yelena. He ended up going through the drive-through out here in Arizona, and he came through. He wasn't actually fully dressed. He had on like a jacket. He had on a shirt, but he didn't have on any bottoms. So this article here, I'm going to read through a few different articles, but this first one is coming from World Star, and it says 27-year-old father and husband ended up taking himself away from Earth a day after a woman exposed him online for not wearing pants at the Bikini Brista drive-through in Arizona. So as you can see here, he is a married man. That is his wife right there. And this is him when he came through the drive-through. He had no pants on. As you can see, he did have on a jacket. And I'm gonna switch over to another article here. I ended up getting this one from Lipstick Alley, and she went on into all the details here. It says ex Central High School swimmer Nautica Malone, he ended up taking himself away from Earth. In the video, Bikini Bean staff are seen approaching Nautica Malone, who was not wearing pants, and he was engaging in inappropriate behavior. He was actually pleasuring himself in the car. And it says Nautica Malone, a Phoenix, Arizona native, tragically took himself away from Earth January 11th after a video of him was shared online. A day after Nautica Malone's demise, he was seen without pants in the viral video. An anonymous member took the private Facebook group. And the name of the Facebook group was Arizona Moms Helping Other Moms to warn about the man in the Bikini Bean in Tampa, Arizona. And it says Guy allegedly took himself away from Earth after the video of the drive-through. He came through there without pants. Okay, so this is the video right here. I'm gonna play this here so you guys take a look at actually what happened a day or so before he decided to take himself away from Earth after being exposed.
Hi, how are you? Good. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Call 911.
Okay, so you seen that's that was the situation that took place. Okay, so what's up with your sweet baby Ray? Shout out to you. I don't know if you heard about this situation about a guy named Nautica Malone. He's out of Arizona. He went through a drive-through at some kind of sexy um coffee shop where they were like clothes similar to the women that how they dress at Hooters. I always felt like these type of places, and it's just a side note, okay? I'm sorry, but I always felt like these type of places was like a breeding ground for perverts together. Um, where you have young women in risque clothes, booty shorts, and little bikinis and whatnot, and they're serving food like everything's just normal for them to come out here. I don't know. I just think it's just it's I don't know. I just feel like it's a bad situation whenever they have environments like these because everyone out there is not thinking straight. And when women are walking around, and men are visual creatures, it could be a lonely man coming in there and his mind is not in the right place, and things could take place if the right security is not set into play. And I'm feeling like, oh, what's up with your bougie Barbie? Shout out to you. So I'm feeling like these situations, I don't know if they need to get more security around there. Um when he pulled up, the young lady already had her phone out, so I'm not for sure if he has came through there before, with no pants on. I'm not for sure if he's done this before or not. But this person right here, his name is Charles Bronson. It looks like Charles Bronson was his best man at the wedding, and he said his name was Nautica Malone, and apparently it's true. Oh no, this not his homeboy right here. This guy in the picture was his best man at the wedding. So that's them right there. Somebody was just really confirming that he did take his life. So that's what that was. Oh my god, I wish I would have blurred out the baby face. But okay, so this is his wife. He actually was married. So this is his wife here. Let me see. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this was his wife, and her name is Tori Malone. So they had a baby. I think he was very recently just married. If I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna go into this other part here, and I want you guys to see something. Because when I just said very freshly, very like a newlywed, yes, this man is. I'm gonna share this so you guys can see it. So I tried to look up his info on Facebook, just seeing did he leave any footprints behind of anything. I really I couldn't. He has one of those Facebook pages that are private, so when stuff is private, you really just can't see anything. It was only showing like one picture, and so I ended up seeing his wife's name when I looked on there. I seen that they did have recently a little baby. I think they did have another child, I believe. And this is his wife right here. And you guys, the reason I said they were freshly married because you see the other picture was showing him with his best man, one of his guy friends or whatever. But this picture right here was posted on Tori Malone page around December the 5th of 2024. So I'm not I really wouldn't just sit here and think, oh, she just all of a sudden out of the blue posted this picture and it's oh no, they were actually newly weds. They were newly married. As you can see over here, all of her friends are telling her congratulations. And right here it says 5 weeks. So yes, just recently, 5 weeks ago, he was married. And I'm gonna say this as a side note, and I know some people probably won't agree with what I say, but I'm gonna say it. When it comes to a lot of people out here that haven't had a lot of experience in marriage, you're rather young, you haven't dated around. You always hear people talk about, oh, I don't want a man with a lot of bodies, I don't want a woman with a lot of bodies, and this and that. Sometimes that experience can be a good thing. And I'm not saying you should go out and get with someone that sleeps around or nothing. But what I'm saying is when people get into these marriages, you get married, you're supposed to be married forever. So you get in these marriages, you don't have a lot of experience with, he probably didn't have a lot of experience with different women. I don't know his past completely, but I'm hoping some things may resurface. You know how these stories go. But I don't know if this man probably was dealing with maybe a corn addiction, because I know sometimes when they get caught up in watching corn and watching different things like that, sometimes their mind can get caught up into that type of lifestyle, and it could really destroy them on the inside. A lot of guys that get caught up into a corn addiction, and every woman they're looking at her in a sexual way, because that's the mindset that they have, because all they do is watch corn. I'm not saying this was the situation with this young man, but looking at how everything just fell apart. Yeah, corn ruins people's lives, and it really destroys the mind, the thinking, and the mentality of people. Because if you're constantly watching it, it's putting your mind in a perverted state, and then it usually leads to other things, and it leads to you trying to violate people. It leads to you constantly having perverted thoughts on your mind. It just leads to other sick things, and it's something that I feel like a lot of people need to try to get help for when it comes to the corn addiction. Okay, so I'm believing this was his homeboy. It looked like he was the best man at his wedding. So he said, 15 years you've been my brother. I keep crying because of all the memories that we have together, and we can't make them anymore. I miss you, bro. I miss you. You were my best friend. I wish we I wish that we would have came and let's see, I'm gonna miss your dumbass funny jokes. I'm gonna miss your random roast battles. I'm gonna miss talking to my best friend. I love you, man. I wish you told me more. I thought we'd watch our kids grow up together, tearing me up. And this doesn't seem for real. I'll see you in the next lifetime, brother. Damn, that's sad. So that was his best friend and the best man at his wedding. So that's the post that he ended up making after he found out what his friend ended up doing. Damn, that's sad. That's sad. I hate that this happened. And you see him sitting in the car, no pants on and whatnot. Okay, so yeah, 27-year-old husband. And that is so sad because like I said, going back to that Facebook picture that his wife Tori ended up posting, they just got married exactly a month ago. They just got married 5 weeks ago. Can you imagine that? Ladies, just imagine you just recently getting married. You at work. Oh, he asked me to marry him, and I said yes. You know what I'm saying? My husband, and you at work, and you're celebrating that you are a newlywed. And his wife looked at rather like very young. She looked like she was a bit younger than him. I know he's 27. She just looking at her, she looked like she probably ain't no more than a good 20, maybe 21. But I'm not really for sure. But looking at her in her young age, and she's newly married, she got kids by her husband. Then it comes out your husband been around here driving through these drive-throughs with no pants on, doing perverted stuff, pleasuring himself. And then when he get blasted, he went and took his own life. Now you're out here about to be like a single mother, and you're a widow. Man, my heart goes out to that young lady. My heart go out to her. It really do. Very sad situation. I'm gonna play this video here. I'm guessing it's the same video of him driving through the car, through the drive.
Hi, how are you? Good. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Call 911.
That is just sad, man. And sir, I don't understand. I just feel like he had to have some okay, in the viral the 20 staff.
Right now?
Right now.
You're wearing no pants. Are you fucking stupid?
No, we wouldn't.
I'm gonna call the police.
Okay.
Oh my
If you're a
god.
YouTuber and you want to save hours,
I'm sorry, this seems like a dangerous place to work at. Because as you guys seen, that right there, that second video, that was a whole different man. That was a whole different man in the car with no pants on. Man, like what the heck? There's no way if I was a mother to a daughter, there's no way I would want my daughter to work at a place like this. I mean, there was a second video. There was a whole second video of a whole different man in his car not wearing pants. There's no way I would want to work at a place like this. And then, like I said, when it came to the guy Nautica who took his life after the video got blasted, I don't know what type of mental illness. I don't know if he was dealing with a mental illness, or I don't know what kind of issues that that young man was dealing with. But I'm sorry, stuff like that is just not normal. Come on, you guys, just being honest, not trying to make any jokes. But we hear about men who actually get caught cheating on their wives. We hear stories about pastors who have been caught like cheating on their wives. They don't run out and take their life. Now I know everybody's different. He could have been going through some stuff. Right. They might need to shut down those places. Thank you. And you gotta think, they talking about how all these men out here lonely and whatnot. 65% of men are single and lonely. Man, it's gonna be a whole lot more stories like this. Like the video I was just playing. Another man popped up with no pants on. So these perverted men are just riding around in their cars with no pants on, with their junk out. Y'all just ready to see a woman that you feel like is sexy so you can sit there and pleasure yourself. Y'all riding around in the cars with no pants on. Man, what is this world coming to? And then these the same guys that sit around and be talking about the dating scene and how women ain't this and women ain't that. Y'all some whole perverts out here.
managing your library, you need TubeBuddy. Come check out how you can edit your end screens,
sorry.
cards.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Like, look.
Hi, how are you? Good. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Call 911.
Okay, so here. Watch this. Watch this right here. So they showing her that's the time around the time they got married and everything. So yeah, Tory Malone who said
The face right now?
okay, check this out. This is a whole different man right here, guys. Driving around with no pants is wild. Thank you. And y'all can sit and say all this stuff about women and whatnot. You don't hear about it. And see, that's why I said this yesterday in one of my lives. I don't know which one it was. I think it was the live when that girl was talking about what she deserved and she want a 6-figure guy and this and that. And I was saying, I don't think, now don't get me wrong, because I can't speak for every man that makes 6 figures. But looking at the fact that men are visual, and when I was talking about how the girl was saying she got a good heart, she's family oriented, she's not a mom now, but she wants to be a mom, and she wanna, she wanna be submissive to her man and this and that. So I was like, yeah, she's a larger girl. It sounds like she has some good qualities about herself and stuff like that. But looking at the fact that men are visual creatures, they will look over her because they don't feel like she's the beauty standard or whatnot. But in the next breath, I also said, with men being visual creatures, that could be to their detriment. You being a visual creature, you can overlook a lot of women that probably don't meet your visual standards. And being a visual creature can get you into some trouble because you seeing something you like. You around here taking your pants off, running around with no pants because you are a visual anti. Some of these guys be talking about we visual. Some of y'all are visual anti. I mean, somebody called Batman on these fools out here riding around in their cars with no freaking underwear on. And then when you get blasted and they expose you on the internet for riding around with no underwear, then you go and you take your life. A lot of these men have some serious issues. He's probably been dealing with perverted stuff. I would not be surprised, and this is just allegedly because I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a major corn addiction. I could guarantee you, if his wife know his code and she able to get into his laptops and his phone and whatnot, I can guarantee you she'll see some stuff in there that will shock her. I can about guarantee you that. This guy has a whole lot. Yep, he was embarrassed. He was real embarrassed. And he just felt like there was no way out of this. Sir, it's men to get caught doing stupid stuff every day. Everybody don't get out here and kill themselves. Social media is a dangerous place. Ooh, that's true. And then this is another thing that probably embarrassed the heck out of him. Sir, the fact that you just got married. You were a newlywed and you just got married. What's up with you, Natasha? Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like. Let's get this video circulating out there. Because I just think there needs to be some type of thing set in the place where they're trying to get rid of these places. And I just always felt like, even when I was young and I had a better body or whatnot, I would be afraid to work at places like this. Even places like when it comes to the gentlemen's clubs, the strip clubs and whatnot. Man, these men out here have diabolical things on their mind. These places can actually turn out to be dangerous places. All of the hooters and whatnot. I remember back back in Arkansas where I was from, there was a place, they had really good food, I'm gonna say that. But there was a place in Little Rock called Twin Peaks. And it was similar to a Hooters, but the girls in Twin Peaks, they actually dressed in lingerie. So they had on like lingerie and they regular shoes, or that some of the girls wore heels or whatnot. But they would serve drinks, serve food, and it was like a little bar. It was a little area where it was like an actual club where people would like dance, and then they had the little areas where people would just come and sit down and eat. But all the women dressed in lingerie and served the food and drinks in lingerie. Then there was loud music playing, a lot of little TV. Some guys just come there and watch the football game and whatnot. But over at Twin Peaks, I remember taking one of my guy friends there, and he was like, I don't wanna sit in here and eat, and these girls in lingerie. I don't want them girls bringing me my food. So we had just ordered some stuff and we left. So we ordered some food to go or whatever, but he was like, I don't want no girl that's half dressed bringing me no food. Like, he was like, that's not my type of thing. And I was like, I feel you. But just the situation of looking at him, he probably didn't have a whole lot of experience with women. Because, sir, if you know women, what woman would be happy? What do these guys expect? Like this guy on the screen, this is the second man that pulled up with no pants on. What are you guys trying to do? Pulling up in these drive-throughs with no pants on. What is the end result? Do you think she's gonna be like, oh, pull it out, let me see. Oh yeah. Oh, give me an extra tip if you want me to touch it. This is not a place where the ladies of the night reside. These are women on regular jobs. But like I say, these type of places like the Hooters, the Hooters in these places where women are dressed risque, half dressed, boobs out, booty out, these are dangerous places for young women. And some people have the nerve to bring their kids in those places. Thank you, Barbie. That's the crazy part. Because I'm not even going to lie. I didn't know everything about Twin Peaks. And I remember, now thank God I had ordered the food to go. But when I first, because I was looking through DoorDash, that's how I heard about Twin Peaks. I'm looking through DoorDash to see what type of food they have because they have really good food. Like they had cheese steaks and fried mushrooms and just all kinds of really good food. But when I first went there, I ordered the stuff off of DoorDash and I put it under the pickup thing because you don't like get charged or whatever the amount they'll charge you if you just order regular delivery on DoorDash. So I ended up doing that. And girl, I ended up going up there with my youngest son because we was about to pick my other son up from work. And when I walked in there and seen it, I was like, you going back to the car. So he out there in the car and he get out like just to stretch because I'm sitting in there waiting on our food because it's almost ready. It's girls out in the parking lot half dressed. They were out there twerking and stuff. And he was like, Mama, let's get away from here. Because you got to think, this is a young boy going through puberty. He don't want to be around all that. And I just feel like I really commend the men who know their nature and won't put themselves in the position to be surrounded by these half-dressed women getting tempted. Yes, I told him to go back to the car, girl. And I know it was a busy night, so it had took them a good 20 some minutes to get our food ready. And just think, he at the time, I think my son was probably like 9, 10, something like that, 9, 10, 11. He's sitting in the car, he watching these girls in the damn parking lot twerking. I mean, it's just crazy. And you have men or boys, you have men or boys who try to keep control over themselves and stuff like that. But you gotta think these are boys going through puberty. You got men out here who and all of them just visual and they see something they like and it's just out there. Some of these men cannot control themselves. So shout out to the men who don't put themselves in these sticky situations where their will is being tested. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Joel Osteen, but Joel Osteen actually said he will never be in the room alone with a woman. And you guys never heard any scandals from Joel Osteen. So the tactic that he used about not being in the same room with a woman, it really worked. But some of these guys out here, they just don't even try to control themselves. They just walking out here just dangerous and you're riding around in your cars with your pants off. Just whole perverts out here. A lot of them don't even care about decorum. They don't even care about halfway even trying to control themselves. Not at all. And then you hear people out here, people like a Priscilla or something, you hear them out here talking about the nature of a man, and some men get upset. Oh man, they ain't like that. Oh man, they ain't like that. This, that, and the third. Man, these men out here are men at the end of the day. They are men out here. And like I said, big shout out to the men like Joe Osteen. Big shout out to all the men who know their nature and refuse to put themselves in messed up situations, especially when you out here with a wife and a whole family. This man was sitting there when he pulled up. I don't know what was his plans, or I don't know what was his end result when it came when it came to him pulling up in that drive-through with no pants on. I don't know what was he trying to accomplish, because all you did was got embarrassed, and then that girl blasted you, and you couldn't take it, and you went and took yourself away from Earth. You didn't think about your kids, your new wife. Now she out here all alone. And she looks like a rather nice woman. I'm pretty sure she ain't gonna have a problem finding another husband. But one thing about it, like they always say, a lot of men don't want to raise another man's kids. And it looked like they had a few kids, if I'm not mistaken. Let me, I'm gonna go to her Facebook page real quick, and so you guys can see. Okay, because I know in that picture it showed like a little newborn baby. Now, I don't know if they got a couple of children, and they probably end up getting married after the youngest one was born. Okay, so you guys see up here that says December the 5th, 2024. So that actually was when they got married. And this is his wife. Her name is Tori Malone. So I was just thinking like, oh, okay, so that's I don't know if that's their other child, or I don't know if that's her niece. I'm not really for certain. Let me see, what year was that? Was that last year? Okay, this was October of 2022. Adorable. Yes, roommate, both of you. Okay, so I don't know. I'm not for sure if that was her baby, or did they just have their first child. But that is his lovely wife, very beautiful young lady, and now she's out here a widow, all because her husband wanted to drive through a darn drive through with his pants down, and now he done got embarrassed and went and took himself away from Earth. And do you guys even think what y'all do before y'all do it? Or do y'all just run around and let y'all visual eyes, like I'm calling y'all visual entities, because y'all always saying men are visual. Y'all can turn into visual entities very easily. And that's why I say men need to take in account that they are visual creatures. That means you need to keep a tight rope on yourself in the actions that you do, because sometimes with you being a visual creature, it can turn very dangerous. But you guys brag about being visual creatures. That's why you see so many men out here messing around with trannies. Yeah, I showed it in the video the other day. Hold on, let me see. There must be a lot more to that story. I think that's what it all boiled down to, Barbie. Sadly, the man just got married. He in the car riding around with no pants on, got blasted. Video went viral. From the embarrassment, he took his life. I really do think that's what happened. Now, some other stuff come out about the story. I'm coming with a part two, because I want to know. A lot of men do not want to raise another man's kids. That's true. Thank you. But you know what? With her being the preference, beautiful Latina, hey, she probably got a bigger chance. A lot of them just don't want to raise black step kids. A lot of them don't want to deal with single black mamas. A lot of that single, and I'm not just being facetious. I am being so serious, because you see the situation with No Fugazi. He said when he met his woman, she had 2 children. She was a single mother. He said she was the exception to the rule. So Lionel, do you think when it comes to what people talk about with single moms and whatnot, you seen the viral video of it was the black man. He adopted a white lady's 6 kids. So when it comes to people not want to deal with single moms and whatnot, do you think that just goes for the black women? They don't want to deal with black single mothers? Cause it really do seem like it. And like the guy Cooley No Fugazi, he ended up saying his girl is the exception to the rule. So I was taking it like she is white, so we can mess with white single mamas. We just don't want to deal with the black single mom. What do you think? Because I'm seeing a whole lot of brothers wifing up these single mother white women. So I don't know if that's all the way true. That man adopted 6 little white kids that didn't look nothing like him because he married their mother. She had 6 kids and she was white. So I'm feeling like, what? I'm not trying to raise somebody else Chucky doll or Annabelle doll. Not Chucky. Oh my God, the Annabelle story was so scary, and I'm guessing because it was true. We just run around wilding out. Yes, and another thing too, Lionel, I feel like other men need to hold other men accountable because the bro code. I'm not gonna lie, the bro code is strong. The sis code, sisterhood ain't about ish, but y'all bro code, y'all. When I say y'all uphold each other, no matter what you guys do, let's see, that might be all there is to it, Katie. That's sad. Yeah, that's sad. But like I said, Barbie, we just never know. We don't know if that man was probably dealing with other things. I'm not for sure. Y'all heard about what happened at the beginning of the year. The man who did that with the Tesla in front of the Trump Tower. Come to find out, he's an ex-military, been dealing with PTSD. He's been back and forth serving in the war and this and that, and he had PTSD. The situation that happened down in New Orleans, New Year's, come to find out, he was a veteran, suffered from PTSD. I don't know if this guy probably served in the military as well and probably suffered from the same thing. I'm not really for sure, but I really would like to hear some more updates and details about his backstory. It's more directed at black single moms, yes. But why do you think that is when it comes to the single mom thing? Do you think they feel like black women are worse mothers? And do you think a lot of black men look at it like this woman will be way too much of a headache dealing with her trying to be a stepdad? Do you think they find more peace and solace in the hands of other races of women than they do black women when it comes to the single motherhood thing? Because I see white women out here with 3, 4, and 5 kids, and they'll go through a divorce or husband dies, so like this situation, and that woman will be right back in another marriage. So, what do you think the difference is between the other races of women and the black women when it comes to single motherhood? What do you think the difference is? I don't know. But I'm pretty sure she'll find us somebody else. But right now, I know she's mourning. All of this is so new. And it's a real unfortunate situation. But I still go back to what I was saying, the fact that a lot of these places where you have these young ladies are dressed scantily clad, a lot of these places are just dangerous, just point blank. These are some dangerous places. And then y'all dressed like that, feeling like, oh, it's gonna bring in a lot of male clients. What type of male clients is this gonna attract? What type of people? Perverted minded, mentally ill people? Before I answer the race question, just to know that just because the single mom gets married or gets a new man, it doesn't mean he's being a father to them kids. Oh, you right about that, Lionel. You are right about that. Oh wow. Mm-mm-mm. I think that dude was a pervert who probably diddle daddle some kids. Yes, I really do think so too, Natasha. That's why I was saying when his wife get into the code or you get the code cracked on his laptop or his phone, I would really like to see what's in his laptop and his phone. I really wanna know the backstory of what he had going on behind the scenes. Cause this guy was, I mean, just think when it came to what's that pastor John Gray, that heavy set pastor, he got caught cheating on his wife multiple times. And that man just come right back to the church. He come right back to the church like ain't nothing happened. He'll sit up and buy his wife a Rolls Royce truck. And he just come back to the church like ain't nothing happened. But for this, but for this man to actually go as this far as to take his own life after being caught with his pants down, this is just, I'm sorry, but it's just weird. It's crazy. Black single moms are a headache. That's what's being said in the community. And it's been said for a long time now. And they want the man to be a father. The other races don't expect it. So the other races of women don't expect the man to be a father. I don't know if you're in the household and you're with a woman, I would just think you would be some type of influence over the children if you're living in that household. But as far as like a father figure, and I'm just speaking from this situation, like this woman eventually is gonna step out and get another man because her husband's passed on. Looking at that situation with this young lady, her kids don't no longer have a father. So this young lady right here with this situation, she's also gonna expect for that man to step up in her kid's life because her husband, the father of her children, is passed on. Other races don't expect it. But yeah, I really do feel like when it comes to this situation, and I'm just speaking on this situation. I'm not speaking on a woman. Now, it will make a man look at you more sideways if the baby father is alive and he got a healthy body and he can get out and work and he not taking care of his kids. He don't come see his kids. That will make a man look at you sideways. Like, do he pay child support? What type of support is he showing for this child? Oh, he ain't doing nothing. He just a deadbeat. Yes, man will look at that sideways. So I see where you're coming from, Lionel. But when it comes to this lady's situation, whatever man she decides to get with, she's most definitely gonna want someone to step up to that plate because, like I said, her husband slash baby father, he's no longer here on earth. So she's gonna want someone to step up to that plate. I think black men are on the internet lying. I was in the Navy for 20 years. I saw tons of black men marrying single black moms. Yeah, I see it every day too. I see it every day too. Like I said, a lot of the things that are said on these podcasts all across the internet, it's just the tug on black women's self-esteem. Their goal is to keep the black woman's self-esteem low. When your self-esteem is low, you can never make good sound decisions. So it'll just be a churning pot where you're going to continue to make bad decisions and they're going to continue to profit off of you making bad decisions because they can get up on these podcasts and in these videos and talk bad about you. So them keeping your self-esteem low is the key. Trust and believe me. Let's see. DJ Twitch's wife was a single mom when he married her. She seems problematic. Uh-huh. Black men will get with single moms because let's be real, ain't many options. But if you're asking if they want to, the answer would be no. It's a solid no. And Sweet Baby Ray said black men be deadbeats to their own biological children, let alone somebody else's kids. Thank you. They don't want to be a father to their own kids. Natasha Glam, child, don't get me started. And shout out to Jess Jenny. Big shout out to Jess Jenny. Welcome to the building. If I was the baby mother, I wouldn't expect my boyfriend to be the father if there was a father alive. Yep, and that's just what I was saying, Jenny. When it comes to the men that are still alive, you have a baby father that's alive and he got an able working body. And if that man chose not to be around them kids and stuff like that, they looking at the woman like it must be something wrong with her. My father died when I was a child. Let's see. My mom married a wonderful man that took a father role in my life. Oh, that is so good, Natasha. Because that don't happen a whole lot. It happens a good amount of the time. I'm going to say that, but just not a whole lot. No, y'all are misreading what the men are seeing on the internet. Them getting with single baby mothers is not what they want to do. If it's not what they want to do, then why are they doing it? Them doing it, not to be confused with them wanting to do it. Oh, so you saying that these men don't have a lot of options. That's basically what you're saying. A lot of these men don't have a lot of options, so the single mother is the best option for them. Cause even check out, sorry, people came into my office. Oh, okay, yeah, you good, boo, you good, Barbie. But yeah, Barbie, make sure you like the video and everything. But this is what I'm saying though. You hear people like No Fugazi, Cooley. You hear him say his woman that he got with, even though she was a single mom, she was the exception to the rule. I just took it as, hey, she white, and that's why she the exception to the rule. But I don't know if he was looking at it. I don't know his girl's situation or whatever. Let's see, they make their money on our pain. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you. That's why I say when it comes to the internet and when it comes to the things they say about black women, this, that, and the third, they want to keep your self-esteem low because when your self-esteem is low, you will constantly make bad decisions. Point blank, period. You will constantly make bad decisions. And this was a bad decision that this man made. You was a newlywed, freshly married just weeks ago, the first week of December. And you're out here in your neighborhood, in your town, riding around with no pants on, pulling up at restaurants where the women are dressed risque, and you're pleasuring yourself. And then when you realize you got exposed, you go and take your own life, not even thinking about your kids, not even thinking about your wife. Well, I wish his wife the best in her healing journey. Anything else comes out about this story, I'm most definitely coming back. I gotta head out to work here pretty soon. I thank you all for tuning in for sure. No man wants to step up and be a stepfather. Is that what you're saying, Lionel? Bad decision. And Sweet Baby Ray said bad decision and settled for trash. Yup. Barbie, no man realistically wants to do that. These men be lying if they tell you yes. I promise you, men do not want to be a stepfather. They just lack options, so they do it. But you always hearing about men say they have so many options, Lionel. Lionel, you always hearing men say, us black men, we the most people out here with no kids and not married. We got options. If they have so many options, why do they do it? Evidently, they ain't got no options. Because if they doing it, they don't. If you're settling for a relationship that you wouldn't normally settle for, if you're settling, then that means your options have ran out. So are you saying it's just more women out here with kids and y'all can't find a woman that don't have kids? No, let me tell you the truth. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, Lionel. When it comes to those women that's out here and they're into their careers and they don't have any children and they're young, this, that, and the third, those women that they really want have too many options and they not getting chose. So they have to go and get that woman that got the kids. So yeah, those men don't have options like you think. Like you heard No Fugazi up on that podcast talking about, I'm over 6 feet. I make 100 figures. I mean, I make 6 figures. I'm over 6 feet. I'm in shape. This, that, and the third. He was like, I'm the cream of the crop. Well, sir, if you're the queen, if you the king of the crop or whatnot, then why did you have to go and choose to lay up with a single mom and get in a relationship with a single mother? And then you added to the chaos. You got, I think he got 2 more kids by her. So obviously, these men that's out here telling you they the cream of the crop and this and that, they ain't got no options. So you can't be the top tier man if you have no options. She married 2 men and both of them are rich. Oh wow. No, men realistically take pride in being a stepfather. What? But you was just saying they don't want to be a stepfather, Lionel. Hold on, you trying to confuse us. Let's see. They lack options with finding women with no kids. They definitely don't have the option. The women are the ones with the options. No, y'all, I can't take that and just walk off with it. Because y'all are always saying the only thing women control is the access to sex. That's what they always say. The only thing a woman control is the access to sex. When it comes to getting chose and this and that, y'all women ain't got no options. See, that's what I be talking about, Lionel, when I say y'all men constantly move the goalposts. When you constantly move that goalpost, no one's kind of nobody just respecting what you saying. When what you say can instantly change at any moment. He said, "Don't LOL, don't listen to him." Thank you. Y'all heard it from the horse's mouth from a man. He said, "Don't listen to them men. Don't you listen to them men." That is something else. Boy. But yes, most definitely just, just keep living your life doing what you're doing. If you're a single mom out here, don't let nobody shame you. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't get. Because if you work hard enough, you can get what you want. And like I said, become the person that you want. But most definitely, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If I get any more updates about this story with Nautica Malone out of Arizona, I'll most definitely come back with some updates. All right, I am signing out. Katie Talk 101. You guys make sure you like. Please make sure you share this story. I usually don't ask y'all to share, but yeah, and let this story get shared out so everybody hear what's going on. And I'm signing out. Katie Talk 101. Peace.